Ducati 1299 Panigale, 2015 to 2017, review user-friendly electronic aids. The Ducati Panigale 1299 was the last of the Italian firm's flagship V-twin superbikes before the switch to a V4 engine in 2018. The previous model, the 1199 Panigale, was an excellent bike, but it wasn't for the faint-hearted. It was all or nothing at times, difficult to ride fast, physically hard work, and intimidating, especially for less experienced riders. Despite a capacity increase to 1,285 cubic centimeters, meaning increased power and torque, a bunch of clever electronics and geometry tweaks meant the 1299 is actually much easier to ride when you want it to be. Ride quality and brakes. The electronical lean suspension is really clever. In race mode, compression and rebound damping is increased both front and rear, so too is the damping inside the electronic steering damper. In race mode, the 1299 feels like it's on rails. Mid-corner, the chassis support and grip is immense. The 1299 gives so much confidence that despite the huge increase in power, it's much easier to ride than the old model. The subtle ABS, combined with the clutchless, quick-shifter gear change, means all your concentration goes into your braking points and line selection. The brakes are super strong, and in sport mode you have the additional cornering ABS, which reduces the risk of a low side and makes braking virtually foolproof. Engine. The power delivery is more linear and there's a 10% hike in both power and torque. The increase in torque comes lower in the revs and is more usable, so whereas before you almost had to wait for the power to kick in like a two-stroke, now it's much more progressive. In race mode the power is more aggressive, but it's still a long way short of the violent smack in the face the old bike was. The 1299 Panigale was the last V-twin superbike, not only for Ducati but for the class. The competition had all swapped to either V4 or inline-4 engine layouts. Reliability and build quality. Our Ducati 1299 Panigale owners' reviews show a mixed bag. There have been some reliability issues over the years, and high servicing costs seem to be a feature of Ducati ownership. Specific reports of oil making its way onto the rear wheel and a battery that keeps going flat might be isolated incidents, but if you're worried, we'd suggest you do some research on owner forums before taking the plunge. Value versus rivals. In 2015, we took the best superbikes on the market at the time to Spain for a mega test on both the road and track. After 2 days lapping Jerez and then a long ride around the twisting roads, towns and motorways of Spain, the Ducati Panigale 1299 finished up in third position behind the Yamaha R1 and BMW S1000RR. Despite the Ducati's improved road manners and blistering track performance, it's not as smooth and easy to get along with on the road as its rivals. It did finish ahead of the Kawasaki ZX-10R, Honda CBR 1000RR Fireblade and Suzuki GSX-R 1000, though. Equipment. The 1299 has a taller screen, comfy seat and grippier pegs, proof that Ducati hasn't ignored the road rider. The electronics package is hugely sophisticated. It features EBD, engine brake control, DQS, Ducati quickshift, DWC, Ducati wheelie control, DTC, Ducati traction control, with IMU, internal measurement unit, and cornering ABS. Specs. Engine size 1,285 cubic centimeters. Engine type 8V, V-twin. Frame type monocoque aluminum. Fuel capacity 17 liters. Seat height 830 millimeters. Bike weight 190 kilograms. Front suspension Marzocchi 50 millimeters pressurized and fully adjustable USD forks with hard anodized aluminum lightweight sliders. Rear suspension fully adjustable Sachs unit. Front brake 2x330mm floating discs with radially mounted Brembo monoblock for piston calipers with cornering ABS as standard. Rear brake 245mm disc with 2-piston caliper and cornering ABS as standard. Front tire size 120/70-17. Rear tire size 200/55-17. MPG, costs and insurance. Average fuel consumption 35 miles per gallon. Annual road tax £101. Annual service cost £370. New price. Used price £11,800 to £12,900. Insurance group 17 of 17. How much to insure? Warranty term. Top speed and performance. Max power 196 brake horsepower. Max torque 106.7 ft-lb. Top speed 178 miles per hour. A quarter-mile acceleration 10.41 seconds. Tank range 120 miles.